and making about $2,000 a week. And they would fly me to the gigs. And I wasn't paying my taxes, so it even felt like I was making more money than I was. And living pretty fucking good. And so the guy that owned that chain of clubs realized that I was working 42 weeks a year for him, so he didn't have to pay me that much money. Because what the fuck else would I do? You know, where am I going to go get those kind of gigs? You know, I don't know. And so he cuts my pay from $2,000 an air to $1,500 and flat. And I told him to go eat a steaming bowl of fuck. Okay, cut to years later. Blue Collar Comedy Tour happens. We sell 10 million albums. I start touring. I play Radio City Music Hall. I'm, you know, just things I never even dreamed of. I'm from a little dirt town in Northwest Texas. And I'm on my tour bus. It's late at night, and I'm driving back to Atlanta. And Wednesday night, when I get back to Atlanta, where I have a house, and I'm going to be the auctioneer at this huge charity event in a tuxedo called the East Lake Foundation. And it's part of the end of the golf season with the East Lake course. And so that's my big charity of the year. So it's a big deal, and I do it every year. And I'm real fucking drunk in my bus, which happens. We get what we call bus fucked up in that bus. And your only goal is to stay sober enough to make it to where your fucking bunk is. And I've barely done it. And underneath my bed on the bunk, there's a drawer that's refrigerated, and I can get water. And I've just had a bunch of dental work done, and all these are crowns on the front of my teeth. And one of them had been loose, and it had fallen off, and it was this one right here, that bad boy right there. And I stuck it back on with a piece of toilet paper in there. And it had been on there for quite a while. It stuck on, and it looked great. Look, my teeth look great. None of them are real. None of this shit's real. None of it. Not one fucking thing of this is real. And so I'm gulping down this water, drunk on my bus late at night, and the tooth comes off, and I swallow it. And I understand the ramifications of this the second that it happens, because we live here too, and the dentist that did it's in Beverly Hills. That tooth cost $2,000 fucking dollars, and I need it for Wednesday night, and I know where it is. So I go onto the internet. What do you do if you swallow a tooth? Well, it says take laxatives, which I figured that was part of it, and shit in a trash can, and then mull around in the trash can until you find your tooth. Now, I literally have a 10th grade high school education. I didn't graduate from high school, didn't go to college, didn't do any of those things. But still, I thought strainer. Shit in a strainer. Take the strainer over the sink, and like you're panning for fucking gold. Just run water over the turd and let it dissolve, and whatever's left is left, but you're not going to miss this fucking turd, right? So I take everything. I'm doing these fucking liquid things. I'm doing everything, because I got to get this tooth. It's got to come out by Wednesday, because I need it so fucking bad. And it's really going bad. And I take it. I'm eating a lot of food. I'm trying to shovel this stuff out. Anyone hear the rest of the story? It's gross. I know it is. And I'm actually holding a strainer underneath my butt, shitting in it, trying to find this precious piece of porcelain. But then I find at the store this thing where it's a strainer, but it has these things that you can pull out and put it on a pot or a pot. And so now I'm fucking hooked up, right? So I can put this thing down, then put the lid down, and I don't have to hold this thing between my legs to shit my tooth into my fucking bucket, right? So now I'm way more high tech than I used to be. And it's day 2. And I'm like, oh my God, come on, Wednesday, come on. And I'm just so fucking sick of this. I've been sitting on these fucking commodes for 2 days. And I was so sick of it. The only thing that kept me going was I started to pretending that was Nancy Grace's mouth. Because if you just But, you know, I'm just shitting in Nancy Grace's mouth. And you can keep going, you know, you can keep going for a while. Day 3. Turd, nice turd. We catch in the strainer bucket, high tech. Take it over, rinsing it off. Last chance for romance right here. My gig is in 4 hours. And there's the tooth. I found the fucking tooth. And I put it in the dishwasher. You think I was just gonna shove it back in my mouth? And we go down there, and the fucking gig was postponed to the next night. I was like, oh. Anyway, there's my story. I had the weirdest things happen lately. I just fly from LAX to Atlanta to see some lawyers and a dentist, the combination platter of wonderful days. And my plane was broken, and when my plane's broken, my friends do not give a shit. They're like, oh, poor baby. Is your plane broken? You have to take a commercial flight like every fucking buddy else. But it's not like it used to be, or either that or I'm losing touch, you know, because I'm standing in line, I got a first class ticket, and I get up to the front of the line, and there isn't anybody there. It's just a kiosk with a computer terminal, and I'm not good at computers, and I don't want to touch this thing because it's got grease and dirt, and what I can only pray to Jesus is meringue. But it works pretty good, you know. I swipe my card through there, and up pops a diagram of the aircraft, and it shows all the seats on the plane. And it shows which ones are occupied so you can choose your own seat. And that is almost a great idea. What would make that a great idea is if there was a photograph of the person sitting in that chair. And about a 5-minute bio clip telling you a little bit about them and what their breath smells like. Right, because I picked my seat and I'm in first class, so as soon as I walk into the cabin, I can see my chair, and sitting right next to me is a big fat fuck. Now I know I'm heavy, but I'm not a big fat fuck. This guy was a big fat fuck, and part of him is in my chair. And I don't know if it's part of him I can sit on. Hey, I've got a little tip for the morbidly obese, and I don't mean to sound cruel, but once you get to 550 pounds, stay home and go for the record. I'll sponsor you. Write tatersalad.com on your gut, and I'll send peaches over there. Peaches? Why wouldn't I send pizzas? I'll send peaches in a salad. But where would be the comedy, Mr. White? Oh, so you're all hung up about that, huh? Okay, I'm just going to try to do that line right, just in case we decide to do it that way. I'll send pizzas over there. Oh, that is funny. He said pizzas. Oh, Mr. White, boy, he's rich tonight. I get to Atlanta, and I check into the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, and the next morning I go to take a shower, and there's no hot water. And I call the front desk, and I tell the girl at the front desk, I said, there's no hot water. And the girl at the front desk said, sometimes there's no hot water. Didn't I just tell you that? I said, I've stayed in $20 a night motels where water was so hot you could cook your nuts with it. He goes, well, every once in a while, everybody will wake up at the same time, and they all take a shower at the same time, and we just run smack out of hot water. You guys didn't think about that. They thought about it at the Motel 6. But that whole concept of people wake up in the morning with shit to do got right by the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. So I take a nice cold shower. And then I got to go meet with these lawyers. Now, I hate lawyers. I just can't stand them, and I hate them worse than you do, no matter how much. Have you ever seen a video of that guy shooting his lawyer, and his lawyer's trying to hide behind that little tree, and he just keeps shooting? That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I've got that on my video iPod, and if I just need a chuckle sometime during the day, I just hit the play button. Play, pow, 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 ha, 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 ha. Play, pow, 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 ha, 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 ha. Play, pow. I do that till I come. Then I got to go to the dentist. You see how my day's shaping up. Cold shower, lawyers, dentist. The trifecta of fucked up day. And I couldn't eat because of what I had to do there. So now it's 2:30 in the afternoon. Before I finish this story, will admit that I'm in a foul mood. My mouth is starting to hurt, and I haven't eaten all day. And I'm going to go eat lunch at this place called the Clubhouse. It's at Atlantic Square Mall in Buckhead. And I used to eat there all the time. I live in both cities. And I pull up. Now, all this out here used to be just regular parking, but now the whole thing is valet parking. So you can't just park your car and go get some food. You have to wait for this little prick in a little red truck to wake up. But he isn't going to wake up because he's got on headphones and mirrored sunglasses, and he's looking the other direction, watching these two girls walk down Peachtree Boulevard. And I can tell by the whole scenario that they're not going to be out of his line of sight for 20 minutes. There's nothing going to get in the way. So I'm like, fuck, do your job. And I decided, well, I'll just park the car myself. And the only space I saw was right next to his truck. And I'm going to park the car myself. And then once he sees I'm going to park the car myself, he jumps out of his truck and he gets militant. And he jumps in front of my Range Rover. And he puts his hands on the hood. And he goes, nobody parks their own car in this parking lot. I park the cars in this parking lot. Well, I rolled down my window and very politely said, get out of my fucking way. He goes, nobody talks to me like that. You can't park your car in this parking lot. And I said, fuck you. He goes, I'm calling the police. What's your first and last name? I said, it's fuck you. It's F-U-C-K, capital Y-O-U. Fuck you. That's my name. He gets on his radio and calls the Dalai Lama of all parking lot attendants, who comes squealing up in his little red truck. Apparently they give them to him. He hops out of the truck like he's gonna do something. He immediately recognizes me, and you see this big, oh shit, wash over his face. He literally shoves this kid out of the way and starts apologizing. He said, Mr. White, I am sorry. I said, listen, this kid's not doing his job. He's an insolent little piece of shit, and he needs to have his ass reamed. He goes, Mr. White, he's going to have his ass reamed by me and my boss's boss. And I was like, well, I had no idea the chain of command went that deep in the parking lot. He said, Mr. White, let us take your Range Rover. We'll wash it for you. We'll fill it up with gas. We'll park it, no charge. I said, don't park it here. I don't want this little prick to key it. He said, we'll park it on the other side. And I said, fine. So I go have a nice lunch and take more pain pills. Getting a little better mood. Just had my gums scraped, you know. So I walk outside and my Range Rover is shining like a new penny, and I hop in and I fire it up and it's full of gas, and I could have left. But instead I drove back over there where that kid was. I rolled down my window and he rolled down his window, and I went, how'd that work out for you? Pretty good? And here's the moral of that story. Don't fuck with me when I hadn't been drinking. Pulitzer Prize-winning author Norman Mailer died last year at the age of 84 years old. For the last 60 years of this man's life, he drank to excess every day. He was married 6 times. He smoked pot. He stabbed his second wife. And I've never read one of his books, but I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan.
I almost died this year. Actually, I didn't almost die. I didn't even get hurt. I was in a near-miss plane crash. We were making a movie, and I was flying from Flagstaff, Arizona to Phoenix, Arizona, because my manager doesn't own a Globe. We're on a plane that big. It's like a pack of gum with 8 people in it. And what happened was we took off from the Flagstaff Airport Hair Care and Tire Center there. We're traveling at half the speed of smell. We got passed by a kite. There was a goose behind us, and the pilot was screaming, "Go around!" We get halfway to Phoenix, we got to go back. It's a 9-minute flight. Can't pull it off with this equipment. We had engine trouble. We lost some oil pressure in one of the engines, and they told us about it over the speaker system of the plane, which was stupid because they could have just went, "Hey, we lost some oil pressure." Heard you. Sure did. It was weird. Everybody on the plane was nervous, but I'd been drinking since lunch. And I was like, "Take it down. I don't give a shit." You ever have one of those days? Hit something hard. I don't want to limp away from this piece of shit. The guy sitting next to me is losing his mind. Apparently, he had a lot to live for. He goes, "Hey, man, hey, man, if one of these engines fails, how far will the other one take us?" "All the way to the scene of the crash." Which is pretty handy because that's where we're headed. I bet we beat the paramedics there by a half hour. We're hauling ass. So I've got a really good job. I like my job. It's important to have a good vocabulary, you know. Actually, I haven't always had a good vocabulary. When I was young, if I'd known the difference between antidote and anecdote, my friend Bob Schneider would still be alive today. He got bit by a copperhead. I'm reading him humorous stories out of Reader's Digest. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Texas. I'm a cowboy, a real cowboy. I was a Bronc rider for 6 years of my life, and it's affected me. Now when I have sex, my arm goes like this. Seems to be some dispute between the wife and I whether or not I'm staying on that full 8 seconds. So we got the timer and buzzer and set it up right there in the bedroom, and I taught her the meaning of the phrase most of the time. Would have been all the time, but she won't let me tie that rope around her waist anymore. She hates it when I spur her out of the chutes. Hey, you laugh. It's not easy to keep an erection with a clown in a barrel in the corner of the room. Is it, sir? You got to focus. I'm probably not a typical Texan in that I don't hunt. I fish, but I don't hunt. And not because I think it might somehow be more holy to eat meat that's been bludgeoned to death by somebody else. That's not it. It's really early in the morning. It's really cold outside, and I don't want to go. My cousin Ray, on the other hand, thinks killing a deer with a deer rifle is magic in the forest. I'd like to do for you now my impression of my cousin Ray after the big kill. Hell, it was 4 in the morning. 22 degrees outside. Of course, you weren't there. Pussy. I'm in a camouflage deer blind with grease paint on my face. I've got deer urine on my boots. I'm not sure why. I made that part up. I got a 30-06 with a 12-power scope and a bullet that'll travel 2,200 feet per second. When that deer looked up to lick the salt sucker I'd hung from the danged old tree, caught him right above the eye. Wait, yeah, well, I hit one with a van. Going 55 miles an hour with the headlights on and the horn blowing. Woo, that's an elusive little creature. If you ever miss one, it's because the bullet's moving too fast. Slow the bullet down to 55 miles an hour, put some headlights and a little horn on it. The deer will actually jump in front of the bullet. Ouch. So I'm a married man, happily married man. Thank you very much for asking. I married a rich woman. If you ever have a choice, go ahead. Actually, that's a lie. She's not rich at all. Her parents are loaded. And they hate my guts. And I'm waiting for them to die. And you'll know if they die too, because you'll never see my fat ass again. I'll be in Palm Beach with my new friends. Hand me a beer, Teddy. Servants rich. My in-laws have servants. Is that weird? I thought when I married their daughter, they'd send a servant along with us to help do all the shit they never taught her how to do. And I was wrong. We're now leaning on her domestic skills, and whoo, she's handy. I came up doing a show the other night, and she goes, "Honey, the dryer's broken." Like, did you check the lint filter, sweetheart? Sit down, honey, I'll check it. I open it up. Is there anything in there? There's a quilt in there. Look, you made a sofa cushion. I hear a lot of this. I hear a lot of, Ron, you're a pretty good sized old boy. But I guess a little woman's a good cook. Bullshit. Oh, it got a little better when she figured out that smoke alarm's not a timer. I had to tell her, honey, the food is done before that particular buzzer goes off. It was real bad when we first got married. The first meal she cooked in our new house, I couldn't eat it. I gave it to my dog. He started licking his butt. She comes in the kitchen and goes, "What's he doing? Looks like he's trying to get the taste out of his mouth." mercy to my wife because she never had to deal with her own problems. Spoiled, catered to her whole life. There's no cure, right, for that. I was in Atlanta one time. She calls me one night, misses me in the hotel room. They catch me in the lobby and tell me I have an emergency phone call from home. I knock over 10 people in the lobby of a very nice hotel thinking maybe my in-laws. I call her. She tells me my dog Sluggo just took a dump on the new carpet. Shoot him. She goes, that's just like you, Ron. I have a genuine problem, and you're being sarcastic. All right, honey, I'm sorry. Put the dog on the phone. I'll talk to him. What do you want me to do? I'm in Georgia. I can't pick up the turd. Put a paper towel over and I'll be home in a week, honey. I get home, it looks like a little campground in the living room. Somebody's having a poop-a-palooza.